Live from Asmara, this is ERi-TV English News Broadcast for Saturday evening, 8th of August. The time is exactly 10:30 p.m. Good evening to you, and let's begin with the top stories. Minister of Education conducts working visit. Seminar conducted for students participating in summer work program. Iran's president says Tehran favors dialogue but won't be forced to surrender. And Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and Pakistan sign defense pact. Great to have you with us. Proceed with our reports. Dr. Halima Mohammed, Minister of Education, conducted a working visit to the south zones of Af'abat and Nafa in the northern Red Sea region from 3rd to 7th of August. During her visit, Dr. Halima toured schools in Asqaq, Dibdib, and Karot Qiyah that provide special education service tailored to the nomadic lifestyles of the residents and observed the teaching and learning process. She also held discussions with residents and local administrators. During her visit to Af'abat subzone, Dr. Halima was briefed by Mr. Rashid Mohammed Osman, head of the education office in the northern Red Sea region, and Mr. Mohammed Nur Rajib, administrator of Af'abat subzone, on the overall educational situation in the subzone, including shortcomings and challenges encountered in the teaching and learning process. Upon visiting schools under construction in the subzone, Dr. Halima discussed with the concerned institutions the timely completion of the construction work. During her visit to Nafa subzone, Dr. Halima Mohammed observed the conditions at the Tzabra, Al-Simun, and Kinarba boarding schools and was provided with briefings. A seminar focusing on the eradication of harmful practices and the advantage of small productive farm plots was provided to students participating in the summer work program in Ordat subzone. The seminar was organized in collaboration with the Agriculture Office and the National Union of Eritrean Women branch in the subzone. The objective of the seminar was to enhance the students' understanding alongside their participation in popular campaigns of harmful practices that negatively affect the health of women and infants, and to encourage them to play their due part in the effort to eradicate such practices. It also aimed to raise their awareness of the comparative advantage of small productive farm plots. The students noted the significance of the seminar in enhancing their understanding of harmful practices and the advantage of small productive farm plots. They expressed their readiness to strengthen their participation in efforts to eradicate harmful practices and promote small productive farm plots. According to reports, students participating in the summer work program in the subzones of Haggaz and Halhal in the Ansaba region are carrying out encouraging popular campaigns. The activities include water and soil conservation, the construction of terraces and water catchment schemes, and the planting of tree seedlings. Noting that 969 students, 51% of whom are females, as well as agricultural experts, teachers, and barefoot doctors are participating in the student summer work program in Haggaz subzone. Mr. Faraj, coordinator of the program in the subzone, commended the students for their strong participation. Engineer Behmout Aina Alam, an agricultural engineer expert from the Agriculture Office in the subzone, said that so far 150 meters of water catchment schemes and about 1 kilometer of terraces have been constructed, over 15 kilometers of terraces have been renovated, and 2,500 tree seedlings have been planted. Similarly, Mr. Mohammed Abu Bakr, coordinator of the student summer work program in Halhal subzone, indicated that 700 students, including 314 female students, are participating in the program at 4 centers. The teachers participating in the program said that alongside the popular campaign, the program makes a significant contribution to nurturing the value of work among the students. The participating students, for their part, commended the encouragement provided by the program coordinators and expressed their readiness to strengthen their participation for the successful implementation of the program. Those were local news updates. Global affairs follow as we come back. In our international news, Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian has reaffirmed the country's commitment to pursuing dialogue for safeguarding its rights while highlighting that Tehran will not be forced to surrender. Pezeshkian made the remarks in an interview published on the website of his office yesterday, defending the Iranian government's decision to enter negotiations with the United States and sign the Memorandum of Understanding on ending the war. Pezeshkian said Iran remains committed to its obligation as long as the United States fulfills its commitment under the Memorandum of Understanding. However, wherever the United States fails to fulfill its commitment, Iran has no obligation to continue, he added. In June, Iran and the United States signed the Memorandum of Understanding under which the two sides were scheduled to hold negotiations within a 60-day period to reach a final agreement. However, renewed tensions between the two have left the talks' fate uncertain. Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and Pakistan have signed a joint defense agreement, saying that an attack on one of them would be seen as an attack on all three. The pact was announced at a meeting between Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Al Salman, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, and Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif in the Saudi city of Mecca. The three countries have been looking to strengthen security ties as the war between the U.S. and Iran has drawn in Saudi Arabia and disrupted shipping through the Strait of Hormuz and the Red Sea. Saudi Arabia and Pakistan announced a joint defense pact last year. Iran and its allies have launched attacks on targets in Saudi Arabia and other Gulf states and blockaded their shipment after the U.S. and Israel attacked it on 28 February. The Mecca Joint Defense Agreement pledged mutual support between the three states, but provides no specifics on the obligation of each. The three countries have expressed concerns as the conflict between Israel and Iran shows no sign of abating. The seventh round of talks between Lebanon and Israel concluded in Rome without a breakthrough in key territorial issues, but with agreements on procedural frameworks and prisoner releases, according to sources close to the negotiation. The two delegations held 3 days of discussions in the Italian capital, including 2 days of intensive meetings at the U.S. Embassy in Rome. However, sources said that parties failed to reach an accord on expanding proposed pilot zones along the border. Lebanon pushed for the inclusion of an additional area, while Israel insisted that verifications measures in the first 2 pilot zones must be completed before any further expansion could be considered. Despite the deadlock on territorial matters, the two sides exchanged preliminary lists of detained and missing persons. Negotiators also reached consensus on potential parties to oversee future monitoring mechanisms, according to reports. All the participants underscored the importance of upholding the current ceasefire and agreed to pursue a new United Nations Security Council resolution that would serve as the international framework for agreements following the mandate of the UN interim force in Lebanon. We're about to end our news broadcast, but here's a final look at the top stories before we sign off. Minister of Education conducts working visit. Seminar conducted for students participating in summer work program. Iran's president says Tehran favors dialogue but won't be forced to surrender. In Saudi Arabia, Turkey and Pakistan sign defense pact. And that's all with the news for the session. On behalf of the entire news crew, thank you for watching. I'm Salim Burhane, wishing you a great night.